Oh, hi everyone. Welcome. I have to just put my camera into the holder. Welcome to GELLI printing. Let's see, I think I see that there's one person in the room. I'm not sure if everybody got notifications. I scheduled this for 3 o'clock, and my husband told me he didn't get any notification at 2:30, because if you schedule it, they usually give you a notification 30 minutes ahead of time. And he said he did not get any notification, so I don't know if anybody else did either. Trying to center it in the camera. Come on. Okay, that's good enough. Let's see who's here. Okay, I'm waiting for the chat to come up on my laptop. I see one person's in the room. Oh, thank you. You gave me a thumbs up. Thank you. And who is it? Is it someone I know? Oh, 2 people waiting. Okay, I'm trying to bring up the chat on my laptop. Okay, I'm having just a little technical issue because the chat on my laptop usually comes up right away. I'm trying to bring it up. So welcome to those people who are in the room. Welcome to people that are in the room. I'm having a little bit of a technical issue trying to bring up the chat on my laptop. Come on, what's wrong? Welcome to people that are in the room. For some reason, I don't know why, Thank you. There's 4 people in the room, and you gave me 3 thumbs up. Thank you. Usually I can bring up the chat on my laptop very easily. Let me check if I can get it on my iPad. I don't know what's the problem with bringing it up on my laptop. I never have that problem. I got it. It finally came up. Yay! It finally came up. The chat came up on my laptop. Welcome, Sylvia. So glad you're here. I always love seeing you. You come to most of my live streams. Oh, hi, Mary. You see your blue wrench now. Thank you. And oh, hi, Bobby. Thank you so much. Oh, Ian, thank you. Oh, Cliff, welcome. Okay, I'm going to get started. So this is called a jelly plate. And look at this. See, it's bendable. It's bendable. And right now mine is clear because I've hardly used it at all. Here's a small jelly. It's made by the Jelly Company or something like that. I think that. And here's a small jelly plate that I might use today. It's a small little rectangle. That's a little jelly plate. And this one's a bigger one. See? It's made out of some kind of plastic jelly, and it makes monoprints. Monoprints means that you make one print, and there's only going to be one print that looks like that. It'll be like, it's like an original artwork. Like there's only going to be one print that looks like that. Whereas in other kinds of printmaking, you can make print after print after print, and they all look the same. But in jelly print monoprinting, whatever print you make, it's a one of a kind. All right, so I'm going to use the brayer, the jelly plate, and I've even heard people can make their own jelly plates, but then they have to be kept refrigerated. This one I do not. This is commercial. I do not have to keep this refrigerated at all. And part of the thing about the jelly plate is that you can press into it. That's part of the thing about it, is that it's not a hard surface that you can't press into. You can press into it, and that contributes to a lot of the effects that you get with the jelly plate. I wonder how many of you have done jelly plate printing, like maybe Sylvia or Ian. That's right. Oh, Ian has done, he says it's made of gelatin. That's right, gelatin. But it's not the kind of gelatin that needs to be refrigerated. This is commercial gelatin, whatever, and it probably has additives and preservatives in it or whatever, and synthetics in it. Like it's probably a synthetic gelatin. Because if you make a handmade jelly plate, you have to keep it in the refrigerator. So Ian has done jelly printing, and I'm waiting to hear from, because those are the 2 artists that I see in the room right now. I was waiting to hear from Sylvia if she's ever done jelly printing. Oh, and it sounds like Sylvia has done it, or she likes looking at them. Sylvia either has done it or she loves looking at jelly prints. Oh, I gotta pull down the shade. Just a moment, please, because you can see the band of sunshine. It's really an overcast day, but some sun is still coming in. I have to block it out. So welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I know that not everybody might have gotten notifications. So let's get started. I'm using acrylic paint. And I'll use a little blue with that because green and blue play well together. They make blue green, they don't make muddy brown. So this is called a brayer. Rolling it out on the jelly plate. And then I have to roll it out to clean off the brayer on an extra plate or piece of paper to get off the ink. There's a lot of paint on that, okay? Now there's all different techniques of using jelly plate. What I'm going to do is put this bubble wrap over top and press it on. It's going to make the impression into the paint. Oh, I'm sorry the camera's moving. It's connected to my table. Press the impression of the bubble wrap pattern into the paint. And that's where the part where the jelly plate is soft comes in. Well, that's partly, and you can't see it yet. You probably can't see that until I print that on paper. And then I'm going to take an everyday can. This is actually a cat food can, and make some big circles. But each time I make a circle, I have to wipe it off. Otherwise, because it brings up paint each time. Now I'm ready for the paper. There's all kinds of paper you can use. Now this is called Deli Paper. It's so thin. It's almost as thin as tracing paper. It's very thin, and it works well with jelly printing, but it's not the only kind of paper you have to use. Then you just use your hands. You could use, if you had a clean brayer, you could go over top. You go like that with a clean brayer. So thin that these wrinkles, I don't know how these wrinkles are going to affect things here. This paper's so thin that little wrinkles form. And you're going to make layers, like even after I make this print, and after it dries, I can make other layers of other colors on top of this. Let's see. Oh, see, those big circles showed up well. Maybe I didn't press hard enough with the little bubble wrap. That only shows up faintly. And now I can come back to this later after it's dried. I'm gonna put this aside to dry. And And because there's still some there, there's still some paper there, this is going to be kind of like what they call a ghost print. It's not good. Well, I kind of had a lot of paint on that first. I might still get a lot of paint on this. I'm not sure. But if it turns out really light, we call that a ghost print. And then I can keep doing that. I will keep layering layer after layer after layer on this one paper for all my ghost prints, for cleaning off. Oh, that kind of made it pretty good. Oh, the bubble wrap showed up better. The bubble wrap showed up better. And that's pretty much that's not a ghost print. That's a print in itself. So I have to put this aside. That's not a ghost print. The next one will probably be a ghost print. Now this one I'm sure is going to be, see how light that is? Hardly any paint left. This one's going to be the ghost print. So see, the whole thing didn't come out, and I'm going to keep using that. I'm going to keep using that to clean off my plate every time. And see, we don't use water or anything. Now I go on with my next colors. Oh, let me check the chat. Oh, welcome Double Trouble. Elena Life Designs, welcome. And welcome Double Trouble. Okay, if I missed anybody in the room, I didn't mean to, and I just welcome everybody. So now I'm ready for my next colors. It's acrylic paint that I'm using. Well, what's the next thing I'm going to do? Oh, and my favorite, pink. Oh, I know. I'm kind of a girly girl the way I really love pink. Oh, whoa. I didn't mean to squeeze that much out. Whoops. Oh, look how those colors mix together. I love that. Some people, no, I love this way it, and that's kind of like a lot of paint. Too much pink came out actually. I love that design, but now I have to get all this paint off of my brayer. The turquoise and orange and yellow look really cool. Like this could be used for like collage later on, if it wasn't stuck to a plate. This is like, whatever I do on this way, the way I have to this is the way you clean the brayer, by just rubbing off. These papers don't have to be thrown away. They can be used in mixed media art. That's what like a lot of artists have, like a scrap paint book. They call it like for their scrap paint, their unused paint. They would roll this off in their unused paint book. I do have that. I do have an unused paint book, but I wasn't gonna use it today. So here, a cardboard edge. Each time I make, and you probably can't see it. We can't see it until, we can't see those lines that I'm making until I print it with the paper. I was just trying something there, scraping it. I don't know if I'm gonna like that, but layer after layer can be made, so it doesn't matter. Well, like whatever you don't like can always be layered over. Each time I wipe it off on this, and this is just like a household lid from a jar. Let's see, gonna try that. This I might use my finger to, and I know that's going to be an empty space there, so because I scraped it just to see what would happen, and I see that that was not what I wanted. All right, I'm still going to use a sheet of deli paper. I think they use this in delicatessens. That's why they call it deli paper. It's very thin. You don't just have to use deli paper, but that was when I first bought my jelly printing supplies. That's what was recommended, but you can use other kinds of paper too, which I am going to today. And then you pull off your print. And that was a lot of paint. My next print might, let's see what happened. Oh wow, like I think I had way too much paint and the circles don't even show up. But nice colors. The color, I like the colors, and I can always print. I'm gonna print on top of this later. Let's see. I'm gonna use my ghost print paper. Let's see, because there's a lot of paint missing right there. That's gonna be a ghost print. I'm gonna use my ghost print paper. This is just to clean off the last remnants of the paint. Not necessarily to make a print, but just to clear off the last remnants of the paint. It can become a print once there's many layers on it. See, I don't mean this to be a print, but wow, nice colors. And I think I need to do that again. I think I'll do it on this. I'll use this for another ghost print. Well, a lot of paint came off. I think I need to cut down on how much paint I'm using. Let me check the chat. Oh, hi, Artsy Studios. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, thank you, Double Trouble. Yeah, in my dreams, right. Oh, Catania Inspirations is here. She's a new friend of mine. Catania Inspirations. Welcome. And sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. So I'm going to go on to the next colors. And I'm gonna try a different technique. And then I can also check my prints that have dried. If they've dried already, I can do layering. I can do second layering on top of them. They're not dry, okay. All right, I'm gonna try Magenta. Oops, a piece of dried up paint fell there. Okay, I should try to use less paint. My last prints have showed me I was using too much paint. Oh, come on. It flew. And white. Let's see if this works better and it's not too much paint. Okay, so you know that white that why I said I was using white, it's gesso because it's pourable, and I didn't feel like getting out my white paint that's in a jar where I have to scoop it out. And I think that white paint I'm going to use I think that white paint is going to show up. Now I clean off my brayer. See all the layers of colors? These get beautiful. These can get beautiful. Alright, I'm going to use this purple paper. So anybody new in the room? I know Catania was new in the room. It's called GELLI printing because the plate is bendable and flexible, and it's made out of synthetic gelatin. So it's called GELLI printing, and you make monoprints, meaning that each print is one of a kind. Unlike other kinds of printmaking where a lot of prints, the prints are like kind of all the same, like very similar. So now I'm going to pull the print. All right, I would like to do another layer on this once it dries with some very light, nice subdued colors, nice subtle colors here. But I definitely want to use a stencil with this, with maybe a lighter color or dark. Go light or go white or black. But I have to wait for this to dry. All right, what I made earlier is dry. And let's see what happens if I put some of this on top of this. All right, lining this up. I don't know how important. I'm trying to line it up the best I can. Oh, and please remember to hit the thumbs up for this live stream. Thank you. Sorry, the camera's moving. Oh. Oh, interesting. I might add more layers to that. I'm going to put this to dry, but I still might add more. Of course, I think I might add more layers to that, but the colors are kind of interesting, the layers. And I've removed enough of the paint right now. I can go on to my next colors now. Oh, welcome my diary. She's also a new friend. Welcome my diary. So glad you're here. Oh, thank you, my diary. She played one of my playlists so that I could increase my watch time. Yeah, thank you for doing that, my diary. I reciprocated. I did the same for you yesterday. Artsy Studio says the color doesn't want to come out today. It's being stubborn. I don't know what you. Oh, I'm not sure what you mean. Okay. I love the colors on this. This is just the one that I rub off my brayer on to clean off my brayer, and I'm loving the colors on that. Turquoise and orange and pink. So maybe I'm gonna use try to do some layering like that again, like intentionally. Oh, not too much paint. These are acrylic paints. You see this, see my plate? For the new people that came in the room, it's flexible. It's made out of synthetic gelatin. So that's why it's called jelly printing. Let's see if this is enough. Oh, I love how that design looks. That's cool. And now I have to rub off my brayer. This is just my scrap paper. I'll probably start a new scrap paper, and because the scrap papers can be nice themselves for future mixed media work. So I'm trying to clean off the brayer. This is how you clean off the brayer, by rolling it out on a scrap paper. Okay, this is very thin paper. Again, I'm using the Deli Paper. Rub it on. Pull the print. Each print's a one of a kind. Oh, nice. I like that design in there. But I'm gonna put this to dry, and probably create more layers on top of it. All right, I'm gonna try this with yellow paper. I see there was enough paint on that plate for me to do it. It's probably gonna be a second print. This is not gonna be a ghost print yet. The next one probably will be a ghost print. Nice. Oh, nice look. Nice look. I like how it's looking on the yellow. That's wet. This one's gonna probably be a ghost print, because a lot of paint now has been used up on the plate. So I'm using scrap paper now to clean off the plate. I'll just keep adding layers to this. It's kind of like a scrap paper. Oh, hi, Dina. Welcome. I wonder, Dina, have you done jelly printing before? Okay, she has not tried jelly printing before. Thanks for everybody that's here. I'm so glad that you are visiting, and I'm ready to add my next colors. So I'm going to use orange and yellow. And I can't believe I'm trying to use less paint, and each plate is making like 2 prints. Well, maybe that's normal. I'm not sure. These are my scrap. The ones that are around here are my scrap that I clean off my brayer with. They're my scrap prints. So right now, a scrap print, I need to clean off my brayer by rolling it on the scrap paper, which eventually, this can be used in like I said, because like new people enter the room, so I guess I'm gonna repeat myself, that this is for cleaning off the brayer. We're not gonna use water to clean off the brayer, we're gonna just use scrap paper like that. Now this one is dry, and I am going to make a second layer with this color, with these colors. And I'm going to use a stencil. So I'm using a stencil on top. Oh, this is going to be hard to line up. Okay, I have to do it by feel. Like, where is it? Where's the edge? Okay. This one's going to be really important that I try to rub it into those areas of the stencil. I wonder, this is clean enough. I wonder if I just go like, if that would help. Or maybe I need my fingers to really get in there. Oh, I kind of want to peek. Let's see. Ooh, I love turquoise and orange together. See one of my scrap prints? I love that color combination. Ooh, pink and orange and turquoise. And like dark magenta. I want to make sure I got into those open areas of the stencil. I think I did. Oh, nice. I love that color combination. Let's see. Let me lay this down. Oh God, on camera, that's looking brown. If I hold it up in the light, can you see the orange? Like it's orange? Maybe that is orangey brown. Oh. Oh, that's too long to dry. And now even the stencil could be printed on a paper. But I can put a paper over here and the impression of the stencil is going to show up, I'm pretty sure. This might be a ghost print or it might not. This might be an actual print. There might be enough paint on there. And now the stencil is not there, but there we have it. The impression of the stencil was still there. I wonder if anybody has any questions. Let me put this down. Oh, thank you, Dina. And right, now this is. I'm ready for my next paint right there. That's kind of unusual because that's not. I don't call that a ghost print. But I don't need to make a ghost print. This has been cleaned off enough that I'm ready for my next colors. Oh, I'm glad to see everybody's meeting and greeting in the chat. We have a lot of good friendly people in here. I wanted to try gold paint. This is my favorite gold paint, Sargent Liquid Metal. It doesn't, it's in a jar, so it's not in a squeezable tube, and I don't want to pour out too much. You know, I could use my palette knife. Let me get my palette knife. Or painting knife. Dina is the expert on painting and palette knives. I missed your video on that. I have to watch your video on that, Dina. On, because she's an expert on the palette knife painting. I don't know. I think I'm just going to have a layer of gold, and then on my paper, layer other colors on top. I think I'll put a stencil sandwich between this and one of my other prints. And now I have to roll off my brayer. Cleaning off the brayer. People that have been in here since the beginning are probably going to be tired of me repeating myself, but for the new people that come in, I feel like I have to repeat myself a little bit. Now here's a dark one that I made earlier, and I'm going to sandwich in a stencil in between. I don't know, I like this birch tree stencil. And the gold, I think, will really show up good on that dark. So now I really need to, with my fingers, make sure I'm getting in the openings of the stencil. Oh wow, I love purple and gold. Oh, this one's my favorite one so far. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Dina. And Alexa. Oh, Alina. Arlene. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a vision disability, so I'm sorry if I see your name. I think it's Arlene. Arlene, welcome. You're new in the room. Art and crafting lady, welcome. Oh, Bobby. You were hoping it was Jello that you could eat. Actually, the handmade ones, you probably can eat those. You can make your own handmade jelly plate. You can make your own handmade one. You have to keep it in the refrigerator. I've never made one, but I'm sure you could probably could flavor it and eat it. I'm not sure though. Oh, this one's my favorite so far. Okay, now I'm gonna, there's still paint there. I gotta do another one before it dries. Oops, oh, no, I don't wanna mess that up. I gotta put it aside. All right, the turquoise and gold. I love turquoise and gold. So this one I'm gonna put on. Second layer for this. Rub it really hard, press down hard and carefully, and get it in the spaces of the stencil. I wonder if art and crafting lady, have you done jelly printing before? And somebody else came in the room, Arlene. Oh yes, Arlene. I don't know if you're an artist or not, for artist or crafter, or just a lover of the arts and crafts. All right, let's see. So only some of the gold was going to come through, because that was a second layer. So only some of that gold was going to come through. So that's a nice color combination though. But now I take off the stencil, and this can be printed on another paper. I might try that before it dries. And a ghost print can be made from this. I kind of don't have room. I don't have room, because I could make a print off of the stencil, but I don't have room for that. But I need to make a ghost print of this now. This is how you clean off the plate. I don't have to use water. Maybe you have to use water. I have to use water at the end, but each time between the printings, the different prints, you just make a ghost print to clean off the plate enough for the next one. So that gold really shows up nice on the purple. And that's good for, I would try a second layer on that one probably. Or keep it as a ghost print. I'm not sure, I think I'll try it as a regular print. Now I'm ready for my next colors. Oh, thank you to everybody who's visited today. Let's see, I'm going to do my next color. Oh, please remember to hit the thumbs up for this stream. Oh, thank you, Bobby. Oh yes, so Arlene has used a little. I have a little jelly plate too. Here's my little one. Actually, I've never used it before. Maybe Arlene, maybe this is the size you have. This little one. I could probably use it in combination with this. I mean, not one on top of the other, but make a print with this, then make a print with the little one on the same paper. You can use a non-wax baking sheet. Sylvia has a little tip about instead of a jelly plate. I guess that's what Sylvia's trying to say. Here's some of my scrap papers. The scrap papers are going to be used in the future for some of my mixed media work. Those are turning out nice. And this one, I love the colors on this one. Oh, I don't know what colors to use next. Oh, I have this dark one here. Oh, it has glimmers of gold in it. That would be good for using gold or light colors on top of this. Oh, I love this periwinkle lavender. This used to be color of the year 2 years ago. Pantone's color of the year was this color. This year, the Pantone's color of the year is living coral, which is a very, very, very coral color. Has anybody seen it? It's called living coral. Pantone color of the year this year. But a few years ago, this was the color of the year. All right, some blue with this, some medium blue. Yeah, I love this design. I think the plate's not all the way covered though. Oh, oops. Oh, I'm gonna try hot pink on this. Well, it only shows on the edges. Right. Nice design in there though. Oh, I think I'll try this one on this. No, I don't know. Maybe it's going to get rid of all that stencil design though. Oh no, yes, I could sandwich a stencil in between here. Another stencil. Okay, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to sandwich a stencil in between. Like this one. Looks like a snowflake, but... If anybody knows any tricks about lining up the edges like this, it's probably not so crucial in this kind of printmaking. If you have any tips or tricks on that, of how you lining up your second, you let me know. A lot of openings in that stencil. I'm not sure I'll get all of it because this was not the first layer of paint. Oh, that's one of my favorite ones for today too. And I need to make a ghost print. Oh no, wait, here's a stencil. Yeah, and I need to make a ghost print there. And it doesn't remind me of a snowflake. See, the stencil looked like a snowflake, but that design does not remind me of a snowflake, so I like that's good. Oh, hi, Anna. Welcome. So glad you're here. Oh, you're at the bus stop? Anna's watching on her phone or iPad. Oh, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the trouble to come visit, even while you're traveling. Oh, hi, Chris Crafting. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Dina. So you like this one too? Yeah. Yes, Chris, I know you do some art and crafting. I wonder, have you ever used the jelly plate? Have you ever done jelly printing? Here's my jelly plate. I wonder if Chris Crafting has ever done jelly printing. Is that dry? No, that's not dry enough. So this is I'm making a ghost print with a new paper. That means I'm cleaning off the paint off of the jelly plate. Oh, it dried on. Oh, that's okay. Oh, see, hardly any paint came up, but it's a lot. I let it go too long, but that's not gonna. That will not interfere with my next print, though. Oh, thanks, Mary. And right, and Chris has not done jelly printing. Okay. Let's see, what color's next? Well, I'm thinking of doing a second layer on this one. Okay, I'm gonna try white, but instead of using white acrylic paint, I'm using white gesso. No, white plus something, white plus another color. Or no, just white, and I'm gonna sandwich a stencil in between. I don't know if I should probably be using gesso. It's only because my white paint, acrylic paint, I have to scoop it out, and I'm just being lazy. Here, my white gesso, I can just pour it on. Oh, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of this pink. Oh, it looks like baby pink. That blue showing through is not gonna print. That's all dry. Well, maybe some of it will come up. I don't know. Cleaning off the brayer onto scrap paper. Oh, I was gonna put a stencil in between. Hold on, I still have time for that. Okay. Let's see. Oh wow. Look how much blue came up. And the stencil's not showing at all. Those of you, well, that's because pale pink was not enough contrast for that. And also because of the gesso, I should just get out my white paint. because the gesso really is actually it's too transparent. So that light pink did not show up on this at all, and it picked, wait, and no, it did not pick up the blue. It picked up some of the blue, but I can try that again. I'll just get my regular white paint out, or oh, let's see what people in the chat are saying. People that have done a lot of jelly printing probably have something to say. Oh, hi, Ice Cold Water, welcome. Oh, so glad you visited. And Stephanie Pooch, welcome. Oh, welcome. We have some new people in the room. Excellent. So this is a jelly plate, and you see it's flexible like this, made out of synthetic gelatin. Oh, I have this big thing of white paint. I really don't like this jar. There's tons of paint. Oh, good. It's more than halfway done. That's good. I like pourable paint better. So I'm going to print on this one with a stencil in between. Okay, right. I'm going to just, was I going to add another color in there? Or just keep it white? Oh, I'm just keeping it white. And now on my scrap paper, I clean off the brayer. All right, the stencil sandwich in between this and this one, gonna be the second layer. I deliberately did not go out to the edges with the white. I wanted some of the blue showing. So I wanted that blue showing. I didn't want white to just go out to the whole edge. Oh, this one's kind of nice. And let's go, and I gotta do a next one. I still got paint on there for. All right, maybe this one. Okay, nice. I like how the white didn't go on the whole thing, like there's blue showing through around here on the edges. Oh, I take up the stencil and now do a print on that. I think I'm gonna do it on one of my scrap sheets. So there's no stencil there. I picked up the stencil, but it still showed a stencil. It still showed a stencil print. It still picked it up. The next one's going to be a ghost print. It still picked up the stencil design from the plate. This one should be a ghost print, just for cleaning off the plate. You guys are now, from here, for those people that have been here from the beginning, you guys have now had your beginning course in jelly printing, the basics. You know the basics now, because I have been repeating myself so much. All right, that was a ghost print, and I'm gonna print more layers on top of that. So this one is one of my scrap prints, which I think they have turned out nice in this one too. Welcome, Pecan Baby. Nice to see you here. Let it dry. And then color. Oh, Ian's trying to tell me, let it dry. And then add a color. Oh, welcome, Roman Junking Gaming and Vlogging. Welcome to the live stream of jelly printing, meaning that I'm using this synthetic gelatin plate that's flexible and bendable, and that's why they call it jelly printing. It's mono printing, meaning each print is one of a kind. This is one of my scrap prints, but I'm gonna print something on this. I'm gonna print on this one next. Oh, I'm gonna try gold again. I love this Sargent liquid metal gold. It's a really good gold, really good metallic gold. I'm just gonna use again one color on this. Oh, get my scrap prints out of the way. Just gonna roll out one color instead of two colors this time. And I'm gonna sandwich a stencil in between, or I could go back to using my bubble wrap or let's see, let's see what stencils I have. What stencils do I have left? Now cleaning off the brayer on the scrap paper. I don't know. Yeah, this one, but not in the middle. And maybe another one right there. All right. Have to really rub it in, getting in all the spaces of the stencil, both stencils. Oh, my first layer was already so busy, so now this is why my first layer was so busy that the stencils didn't show up too much. I could see going over this with a third layer of something with black, maybe. But let me peel these stencils off and take a ghost print of those stencil images. All right, that showed up and that cleaned off my plate pretty good too. Oh, Bobby, what are you trying to make fun of me because I like pink? Welcome, Bones Yard. Yes, please, please, hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Art and Crafting Lady. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying this. Thank you, Bobby. Oh goodness, I made so many prints already. Okay, let's see. Oh, here's a technique I didn't do yet. So I'm gonna put some paint out. Oh, I haven't used, I've used light purple today, but I haven't used dark purple yet. Dioxazine, whatever, dioxazine, maybe somebody else knows how to say it. Dioxazine violet. Oh, pink again. Pink goes so good with purple though. Whoa, the pink got totally swallowed up by the purple. Whoa, okay, yeah, I want this a flat color, all right. And, oh yes, this other technique of a common household item. I already showed you with bubble wrap, with making circles with cans or lids, but also a scrunched up piece of tissue, art tissue or so, oh sorry, that camera moved a lot. Art tissue or scrunched up paper towel. And each time I have to because you can't just go like this, because it keeps picking up paint each time and it won't be clear. This is very thin paper. It's called Deli Paper. So it picked up that, but that for me, that's just the first layer. Ready for other layers on top. I'm going to make a ghost print of this just to get the paint off the plate. Right. Well, this could be a print. It's like a, oops. Interesting design. It's not like so symmetrical like all my other ones have been really symmetrical. Oh, this is not in the camera? I didn't know, wait, this is not in the camera? Let me see. Oh, I don't know. What Pecan Baby saying I will be telling you of Bobby? Oh, thank you, Pecan Baby. Oh, thank you, Pecan Baby. This is one of my scrap prints, but the scrap prints can turn out so nice too. They can really turn out nice, and like this one too. It's stuck on the plate. I'm gonna have to cut it off. I love the colors on this. It's one of my scrap papers, but I don't throw away the scrap ones because they could be used too for like future mixed media work. Oh, Pecan Baby, you're misbehaving. Okay. Oh, that's okay. It doesn't really seem like you're misbehaving. I taught art to elementary school kids for 25 years, and I know what misbehavior is really like. let's do it. I'm going to do a review of what I've done today. So this was one of my scrap prints, but like I say, the scrap prints turn out nice. They can turn out nice too. So that was one of my scrap prints. This is one of my scrap prints too. I really love the colors. These ones are scrap prints. I'm not showing, some of them I'm not going to show because they're just scrap print. That one's a nice, that's kind of a nice one. That's a scrap print. This one was a scrap print. And now I'm going to show you the ones. Okay, now this one was a regular print. And that had about two layers. Okay, let me get the other ones. Okay, there's this one. I could add more to it, but you see the some of the gold in there, really nice. The gold and the blue are so awesome together. But that more can be done on that one. Then there's this one. Kind of like rusty orange in there, rusty brown. Well, it was orange, but the orange, when orange and green mix together, they're gonna make a brown. That was done with lids on a container, circle lids, jar lids, or like a cat food. If this is a cat food container. This one I like. The trees, but more could be done on that one. Trees on the gold, trees on the purple. This one, was done with, you can see the bubble wrap print, the bubble wrap design in there. It was done with bubble wrap and circle lids. And that was about 3 layers of colors. This one. This one I like because it's not too symmetrical. Like all these other ones are kind of very symmetrical, leaning on the symmetrical side. And this one is more is like more of an organic design, not so symmetrical. Then there was this one. This one was one of my favorites today. Oh, this one too. These two are probably 2 of my favorites today. That gold is awesome. Oh, this one I did, that's just the first layer. I did with a wadded up paper towel, making a design. So let's see what's going on in the chat. And it's GELLI printing. Oh, thank you, Sylvia. In the future, I might be on some of them drawing into them with marker on some of them. Other ones I might be using in future mixed media work, collage. Oh, welcome, Soleil Man Art. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. And you just came at the tail end. You could you could watch the replay if you're interested. Oh, like Arabic calligraphy. Right, this one. You mean this one is like Arabic calligraphy? So layman art. That's the one you're talking about, right? Oh, thank you, Pecan Baby. Oh, thank you everybody that visited today. We came up. Now I've gone 2 hours, and that's about as much as I could go today with this. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you to my moderators. You did an excellent job. I appreciate what you do in the helping take care of the chat, because I think we did have a few trolls. We did have a couple, one or more trolls today. Oh my goodness. I can't believe what Bobby's saying. Saying that to Sylvia? I hope she has a good sense of humor. Sylvia, he's joking. He's joking. Please excuse his sense of humor. Thank you, Cliff. Can I turn the volume up? You mean of my voice? Bobby, what do you mean turn the volume up of my voice? Yeah, because I was a little bit across the room because I had my laptop 4 feet away from the camera. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, art and crafting lady. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Ian. Thank you, Ian, so much for all the times that you're my moderator in here. Thank you so much. I know it's 5 hours ahead for you guys. So it's like 11 p.m. for UK, the UK and European people. It's 11 p.m. for you guys. Oh no, it's 10 p.m. Yes, just after 10 p.m., right. You're 5 hours ahead again. For most of the month of March, you were 4 hours, and now at the end of March, you guys went back to 5 hours ahead. Yeah, good night, Ian. Bye. This is why I don't like this white. Look at this white jar of paint. Oh my goodness. And the lid, I always have to bang it on the floor to open it. I like the pourable paints better. I can't wait till this gets used up. Oh, we got, I think we have mostly crew, Bobby's crew in here. The jokesters. We got the jokesters left in here, I think. Wow. Bobby is really joking around with Sylvia. Oh, pecan baby. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Like, if I schedule, because my husband didn't get the notification either. I asked him, did you get a notification at 2:30? Because they give the notifications like half hour before. And he said, no, he didn't get a notification. And I said, oh no. I might stop scheduling them and just go ahead and be live. Just go ahead, be live without scheduling it. Because I think scheduling it messes, people are not getting notifications, I don't think. I mean, sometimes they might get a notification and other times not. Oh, Mary got a notification. It's like some people get notifications, others don't. So that's weird. Oh, Sylvia, you should subscribe to Bobby. He does super long streams. He does like all the time. Like he's online daily, and he does like 6 to 8 hour live stream long, just hanging out, chatting with people. And then when the spring comes, when the warm weather comes, he's going to do cookouts and fishing and going outside. But he does super long live streams. If you like joking around with him, um, yeah, you should subscribe to him. It would be nice to see you there. Okay, bye, Pecan Baby. Thank you for visiting. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, Bobby, this is like at your channel. There's 8 people watching, but like only 3 people chatting. 3 people chatting and 8 people watching. Yeah, thank you, Bobby, for thanks so much, Bobby, for inviting people from your channel over. It helps me out a lot, so thanks so much. I'm just it's like if I go 15 more minutes, then that means I went 2.5 hours. So that would help if everybody could stick around for like 15 more minutes. I guess that would help with my watch time. Going 2.5 hours instead of 2. We could just hang out and chat. Oh, Bobby, be like you and never ever throw anything away. No, I know. I have to collect things for doing, like jar lids, right? Yeah, right. Like cat food container, cardboard roll, jar lids. But I don't collect a whole bunch of them. I just collect one of this, one of that, one of this, so I could use it, and so it could be used in the art. Yeah, and the cardboard edge. And the bubble wrap. But that's what a lot of artists and crafters do. We collect things that we can use in our art projects. Oh, Bobby, you save everything. You should see this room. I'm working in the small room. You would not believe how crammed full this room is. If I turned the camera on this room, what this room really looks like, you would think it looks like your place. I hung strings today with clothespins so I could hang these prints to dry. This is like a total multi-purpose room. It's like it's the cat room. I have my wardrobe closets in here. I have three bookcase, no, one. I have 3 bookcases, my office desk. So it's a total multi-purpose room. So cat litter boxes are in here too. Oh, Mary, now she wants to see what the room looked like. You want to see what the room looked like? I know, now you're curious. It's a controlled mess. It's a controlled mess is what it is. For the most part, I know where things are. So in the next few minutes, I might turn the camera on the room. At least I have 2 windows in here. It's a corner room, and I do have 2 windows. 2 pretty big, kind of nice big windows. Let's see, and in about 5 minutes before or maybe in 8 minutes before I sign off, maybe I'll show you what the room looks like. It's embarrassing though. My printer's in here too. I used to have a really great art studio in a building with 100 other artists. It was a big art studio for 7 years in the city of Philadelphia, in a building with 100 other artists. I had it for 7 years. It was awesome. I used to sleep overnight in my art studio on the weekends and order in breakfast the next day, have breakfast delivered to me. That's right. Oh, Bob. Yeah, that's right, Bobby. I only want to show my clean ceiling. You're right. My ceilings are pristine in this house. The ceilings are pristine. Everything else is a controlled mess. Controlled chaos. Oh, so Layman Art, are you still here? You came back. If you stick around, you'll stick around for my art studio tour, which is my art studio is really in a very multi-purpose room. The cat room, my wardrobe room, my office desk, my printer, three bookcases, plus and plus I do my art in here. And I hung up clotheslines today to hang up these prints. Soleiman Art, you speak French? You're Arabic, but you speak French? Oh, Bobby, you didn't want to see my art my quote art studio. You didn't want to stick around for like 1 minute. I think in 1 minute. Oh, Bobby, I was trying to speak less loud because when I listened back on my replays, it sounded like I was speaking too loud. So I was trying to speak less loud. That's awesome, Soleil Man Art. My dad, he knew 7 languages, meaning like knowing them, meaning that in Latin, you don't speak Latin, but he knew Latin. He knew the Latin derivation of all these words, and he read in German. He could read German. He was from Lithuania. He was born in Lithuania, so he knew that. He came over to America. He learned English, and then he kind of knew a little bit of French and Spanish. So that's 6. Oh, okay, Sylvia. I'm glad you like Bobby. That I don't think. Yeah, that's right. I don't. He's just a jokester. You have to take him with a grain of salt and know that he's joking around a lot. Oops, I was checking the time. Oh, who wants to see the area that I'm working in? Like it's like a controlled mess. I don't know if you do you really want to. Mary, I know Mary's very interested. I'm working in a very multi-purpose room. Oh, Mary's the only one. Mary's the only one that wants to see. Because it's a kind of embarrassing. Oh, thanks, Mary. Maybe one day I will. Maybe one day when I want to add extra time, add extra watch, a lot of extra watch time. I was thinking of doing a marathon like on Sunday. I don't know if I could do it this Sunday, but like a 6-hour marathon, and like that would include like a tour of my workspace. I'd have to include that as a tour. I would have to include that. It would the marathon would include like acrylic, like 2 hours of acrylic painting, um maybe 2 hours of alcohol ink painting, and then a tour like of the artwork that my artwork that's hanging in our house, and a tour of my workspace, and that was, and then maybe a tour of our yard, and and try to go for 6 hours. And I was thinking maybe this Sunday from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Yeah, yeah, Mary. Yeah, yeah. I know. Like the 9 o'clock would be way too late for you, but you could be here for the beginning and wait. Like say 9 p.m. is what? 10, 11, 12. Is 2 a.m. for you. I'll show you a little bit now. Look how I hung up. Look, oops, whoops, whoops, oops. My phone's giving me a warning. I got low battery. See, if I do a marathon, I'm gonna have my phone plugged in the whole time, I think. Whoops, low battery. Oh, yeah, Mary could catch it on a replay. Yeah, you could catch it on a replay if you missed it. That's right. Okay, my battery, my phone is giving me a warning. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. I know who's left in here is Bobby's crew, and maybe Soleil Man Art's still in here. I'm not sure.